Hello and welcome to another video, and today I'm here at Pure Gym. Today I'm going to be doing back and biceps, which in my opinion is my favorite muscle group to be training. I love the burning that you get when I'm training back. It's just like something unreal. I can really feel like wings are coming out of my lats. Bit of a different session today. I'm feeling more filled up. Had carbs, a little energy drink, and that should do it. I always like to start with a little warm up, as you should, obviously, when you're training. The first exercise I'm doing, lat pull down, a wide grip. I like to place my hands towards the end of the bar, so I can feel like a bit more activation when I'm doing it that way. But obviously, there's loads of ways that you can do it. But yeah. Let's begin. Right, that was quite easy. 32 kilograms. Now jumping on to 45. Actually, no, 52. That's basically what warm-ups is about. Right, so 52. That felt really good. Honestly, once you get the proper form of the workout, it just becomes so much easier. Like the fact that you know when that you're doing it right. But I will say it takes a bit of time for you to familiarize with each and every single workout. It's not that easy. Right, first working set, 73 kilos. I'm aiming for 10 to 12 reps, easy reps. Okay, that was not that bad, especially without the wrist straps, which, by the way, I very much like using them. I know some people think that they're not that useful, especially if your forearms are underdeveloped. But there are many ways for you to solve that issue. What I do is, every time I train back, I train with wrist straps because I do think they help a lot. They put more tension on your actual lats. They let you move your elbows a bit more freely. 79, let's see how many reps I can pull off. I would say I kind of cheated on the last 2 reps. So I would say that was solid 8 reps, max. 8.5. Because the last 2 was like just trying to squeeze as much as I could. Moving on to the next. This pretty bad boy, which I don't really like using as well. The back low row. I mean, there's nothing really to complain about. This machine, I just feel like there's a lot of them. There's like a variety of them that applies just to one. And I'd say this one is the closest to the most effective one because you can really just bring your arms and stretch it all the way down. 40 kg. Let's see if I can go for 10 reps. Okay, was fighting for 11, was fighting for it, but it didn't come. Sometimes you gotta stay humble. 10 reps is 10 reps. But yeah, like I said, this machine is not actually that bad. I can really stretch my arms on the way down. Here's a big example with straps. Jesus Christ, that 10th rep felt like hell. The left part of my body is just so much weaker compared to the right part. Like every exercise I will do, I'm either gonna do 2 reps less than the right part of my body, or I'll just kill myself to get to the same level. But you do have to do the same amount of reps. If you're doing single arm, it's your job to keep the same amount of reps. Even if your left part of your body is a bit weaker, it's always good to keep the same amount of reps. And when I'm training back, I like to keep my resting time in between 2 minutes to 3 minutes. I know that sounds like a lot, but for me, I need at least 2 minutes before I jump into the next set. Honestly, I'd say once you don't feel that burn, you're not fatigued, then I'd say you're ready for your next rep. Some people say, oh, you should be doing 3 sets, you should be doing 4 sets, you should be doing 2 sets of complete failure. Honestly, I just like to keep it simple. I'll do my sets until I get to a point where I can feel that I can't get to my 10th rep, 10th to 12th rep. If I can't do more than that, which is usually between 3 and 4 sets, then I'll call it. The last and most boring exercise, chest supported rows. I'd say out of the exercises that I did today, out of the 3, I'd say this one is the best for lats. Because in this one, you cannot cheat, because your back is literally attached to the bench. The only part of your body that you're moving is your arms. So if you really do know how to leverage them, how to bring your elbows towards your hips and not your full arm, or just swinging, you will have the best pump for your back. I'll be doing 34 kg. I think you can do 8 reps, 8 to 10 reps with this one. Fuck hell. Jesus Christ. But it's nice, the burn is really nice, guys. Once you get the form, once you get the proper form for any exercise they do, it should be ideal for you to grow. Most of my training is table-based, if I'm being realistic. But as time passed by, I started to change the variations that I would do with each muscle group, and I feel like by far the best variation for me is cables. Because like this one, for example, when you're bringing the weight down, right, away from your body, I can hear, for example, your muscles are not under tension, so there's no activation, there's nothing. Only when you bring it back towards your hip, that's when you're feeling something. On the cable, it's a complete different story. Throughout the whole range of movement, you feel your muscles burning, and that applies to any exercise that you do. It can be chest, back, biceps, triceps, and there's many other exercises that you can do with the cables. But I like to switch it up. For example, today, I'm doing it a bit different. I'm doing it a bit more old school, but it's still good enough for you to grow. A point that I'm trying to work on is obviously my lower lats. They're the last ones to outgrow, and they're like, I'd say in a way harder to grow because they're at the really bottom, and some people have a level of difficulty to activate them during their training. That's why I like these. But yeah, that's the only point. That's my only weak point. I'd say overall my back is not that bad. I'd say the only parts of my body that I need to improve on is my chest. It's underdeveloped, 100% underdeveloped. My biceps, my triceps on my left arm. This is the right arm. It's okay. It's just a bit bulked up, but I'm not worried about doing a cut. Not anytime soon. But yeah, that was 12 reps. Wow. Okay, I gotta be honest, I did it a bit quicker than the last one. So I would say in terms of efficiency, I would say 10 clean reps. Because I did them a bit too fast. But yeah, first bicep exercise, hammer curls. Absolutely love them. Works my brachials, a bit of forearms, and overall biceps. I usually do them on the cable, but I like to keep it old school sometimes. You know, I like to do it a bit differently though. I'll usually do alternating curls. So basically, what I'll do is, right, this will be my first set. Just showing really. So I'll start normally, like a normal curl. Alternate, go back slowly. Bring this one up, slow. Okay, I'll call it a set. Okay,